I know some of y'all might not agree with me here. It's a little bit of a hot take, but hard work does not pay off, bro. You feel me? We all know people that put in hard work their whole life and still is in the same position or in a worse position than they was before. You feel me? And a lot of us are told hard work pays off. Hard work pays off. And for in some situations, in some scenarios, it definitely does. But for most people, that's not going to be the key for you to become successful, for you to have some freedom or get out of poverty. You feel me? We was all taught to do hard work from our grandparents, our grandpa, our grandma, mama, our aunties, uncles. We was all told to do hard work. Even in high school time, even in school time, we was told do the hard work, do the hard work. But everybody's working hard, bro. Everybody got their hard hat on, is going to clock in for work to pay their bills. Everybody is trying to become a content creator or hit that next level to where they don't have to clock in to pay their bills or clock in just to get some money in their pocket. You feel me? And that's hard work. You feel me? That's hard work. Everybody that wakes up 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning to go put in 8 to 10 hours, that's hard work, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're not that special by doing hard work. Everybody in the world is doing hard work. You feel me? And where's everybody at? Think about everybody around you that's done hard work their whole life, right? I work at a job. I'm 24. I work with 50, 60-year olds that do the same thing I do, make the same amount of money I do, and they've been working hard their whole life. Fucked up back, fucked up knee. Niggas can't even, you feel me? And they'll say, yeah, you got to do the hard work. Yeah, you got to show up every day. Why? You feel me? Because, for example, at a job that you work, right? The hardest working person gets paid the least amount. Why do you think that is? You feel me? Because you're doing the hardest work. You're breaking your back or doing the most walking or you know what I'm saying? Doing the most dirty laboring work, and they're paying you the least amount. Why? Because hard work does not pay off. Now I'm a mechanic at my job, and all I do is sit there and watch my machine all night, and I get paid $6 more than I used to get paid to do easy work. You feel me? So say you're trying to become a content creator and you're having a problem with consistency, right? It is hard work to be consistent, but that isn't even the answer to the content, bro. You feel me? For you to become something, to get some freedom, to get out of poverty, to hit that next level in life, you have to identify as what you want, bro. You feel me? So if you're a YouTuber, you need to identify as a YouTuber before you're a YouTuber, bro. I heard this one quote and this shit stuck with me forever. For you to fall asleep, you have to act like you're sleeping. You feel me? Don't let that go over your head. For you to fall asleep, you have to act like you're sleeping. Once I heard that, bro, now I could go to sleep like that. You know what I'm saying? When you're laying there, you're just thinking, "Oh, I can't fall asleep. Oh, I'm not tired. Oh, I'm not this. I'm not that." Just fake like you're sleeping, and guess what your body's gonna do? Go to sleep. So if I fake like a YouTuber, if I identify as, and it's not even faking though, it's not even faking. I'm sorry, let me take that back. If if you identify as a hard worker, guess what you're gonna do? You gonna be a hard worker. No matter what the job is, you're always gonna do the hard work. Why? Because you identify as a hard worker, right? If I identify as a YouTuber, why why wouldn't I be a YouTuber? I'm posting the videos. I want to be a YouTuber. I identify as a YouTuber. You feel me? And this is the same thing when it comes to abundance. You feel me? You gotta identify as somebody that lives in abundance. You feel me? You can't you can't say you're you are lacking in certain areas when you're trying to live in abundance. You understand what I'm saying? My mom and dad were the hardest workers, bro. They have 4 kids. They went to work 10, 12-hour shifts every day for 20, 30 years. That's hard work. But where did that get them? In the same position I'm at 24. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that to downplay anybody, especially not my parents. They have 4 kids with way more responsibilities than me. But instead of doing the hard work, we need to come up with strategic plans, bro. We need to identify ourselves with what we want to become. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for example, right? When I'm creating content, I'm creating YouTube videos. A lot of people say consistency is key. Post a video every day, post a video every day, post a video every day. That's hard work. That is hard work. But you know what would be easier and smarter? You feel me? Because we all grew up, and I know you heard work smarter, not harder. Y'all heard that before? Let me know in the comments. Work smarter, not harder. So I could post a video every day on YouTube and I could still get some results. I could still get some views. I could still get some subscribers. But if I could just work smarter and come up with better video ideas, with better thumbnails, and figure out what the people want to watch, I will get that much better results in half the time without me breaking my back, without me having to post a video every day, think of a new video idea every day, edit a video every day. If I just came up with a good video idea, I could do that once a week and still get the same results. Does that understand what I'm saying? That's how you could put hard work to easy work. You feel me? Say you work a job, and I just talked about how the hardest job at your job gets paid the least. It's hard work to get paid the least amount of money, bro. Like, do you get what I'm saying? If you went up a level or two, you'll get paid more with less hard work. You feel me? It might be more responsibility on your brain, on your thinking, right? You might have to be more present at your job with the more responsibility, but it's not as much hard work. And I'm getting better results than the person that is at the bottom of the food chain making 16 an hour doing more work than me. There's somebody at my job, bro. He's my packer for my machine. He's up all night on his feet, packing the machine. Hard work, 10-hour nights, while I'm sitting there kicked back. Easy work. Why? Because I applied myself in the job world to make some more money. You know what I'm saying? To get a better job label. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, you've already been doing hard work, bro. I don't know how old you is. Let me know in the comments how old you is so I could get to know y'all boys. I'm 24. Shit's been hard since 18. When I graduated high school, shit's been hard, bro. So I've been working hard for 6 years. Yeah, I got a nice crib. I got a nice car. I got some nice things. I'm not saying I don't. I'm grateful for what I have. But if I could be more strategic, or I could, you know what I'm saying, make work easier instead of harder, I could be in a totally better situation. Do you understand what I'm saying though? And if you anything like me, bro, if you're a Gen Z and you grew up in this world, all you get told is you need to do hard work. You need to do hard work. You need to do hard work. That's not true. You don't need to do the hard work. You don't need to do the hard work, because we do this hard work. We do this hard work, and we really be in the same position. If not, we're taking baby steps, bro. We want to take steps. We're taking the babyest steps, bro. We're taking the babyest steps by doing the hardest work. That's because we identify ourselves as hard workers. We need to start working smarter and not harder, because it's harder being normal and having to go clock into a job for 8 to 10 hours a day. That's hard work. It's hard to get paid weekly or bi-weekly and not even have enough to pay your bills and get some food, some groceries for your house, and maybe a want. That's hard. You feel me? But if you stepped back from being a hard worker and came up with plans and figured out how you could cut your work in half to get the same results, and you'll start winning. The hardest part is time, bro. It's like I'm trying to figure out how to word it. The hardest part is time, bro. You feel me? Like, hard work takes time, bro. Hard work takes time. So I want to become a real estate agent. How could I cut that hard time of learning real estate to become an expert? How could I make that easier for me? I find a mentor or a coach that already is an expert in that field to teach me to the point where I don't have to do the hard work of learning from scratch. You feel me? This person could give me the shortcuts, tell me what's needed to know to be successful, instead of me having to learn all the dumb shit that's in the middle too. He say, no, bro. Just read pages two through four and you'll be good. That's all I read to make $1 million. But I was gonna read page 1 to 37. You feel me? He cut out 35 pages for me. Cut out all that hard work for me. You feel what I'm saying? And no matter what you is, I use content as an example because I create content. I use my job as an example because I work a job that I'm trying to get out of and have some freedom and get out of poverty, right? But one but once you master the identifying as what you want to become, everything could become easier, bro. Everything could become easier. You want to be a YouTuber, identify as a YouTuber. You want to be a content creator on identify as a content creator. You want to live in abundance, identify as living in abundance. You feel me? You want to be a real estate agent, identify as a real estate agent. You want to be a UFC fighter, identify as a UFC fighter. What does a UFC fighter do? He trains all day. He eats good all the time. What does a YouTuber do? Create content all the time. New ideas all the time. What does a real estate agent do? Making phone calls, trying to find the next house, the next sale all the time. You know what I'm saying? Identify as what you want to become and do what those people do. Real estate agents is making calls, getting themselves out there, going to seminars, going to speeches, and you know what I'm saying? YouTubers is collabing with other YouTubers, posting a video every day on TikTok and Instagram. You know what I'm saying? And if you got TikTok and Instagram, go type in DTW Academy and go support your boy. Genuinely, I feel like the hardest thing to do is to label yourself as a hard worker in the world where we need to be working smarter and not harder, bro. You know what I'm saying? Identify as what you want to become and do what those people do. Your boy Kel is going to get out the academy. I hope y'all got something from this video. If you learned anything at all, hit that subscribe button, join the academy, hit that like button. Let's get to 10 likes, maybe 15. Y'all boys look out for me. And I'm going to catch y'all boys in the next video. Kel out of here.